Alrighty, looks like we are good to go for Vegas in Detroit against the Red Wings for Game 67. Vegas coming off a very disappointing overtime loss. Something that, from start to finish should have never happened. A hurdle. It started with Pietrangelo flopping the puck out to the blue line and not getting it clear, which led to an immediate shot on Hill, which went in, tied the game at 2-2. We're up 3-2, and Hurdle decides, for whatever reason, instead of backhanding the puck into the wide open net with the guy who's putting on pressure behind him, he doesn't shoot the puck. He passes it. So, just saying hi. I'll be in stream later on. Blue Avalanche. Hey, I appreciate you saying hi, brother. Good morning. Happy Sunday. I'll be here for the game, man. So, whenever you check back in, brother, I appreciate you. Hurdle screwed up, plain simple. And, could have iced the game. Didn't. We let up the tying goal with 13 seconds left. Oh, yeah, D, the game's at 10 today. It was, the Knights played yesterday at 9:30, and then their back-to-back is today, and the game it's 10 o'clock, so I'm here. And it is early for me. For me to be, going and getting my brain running and all that stuff, yesterday was tough to get going, too. But, yeah, very disappointing finish for the Golden Knights last night. And then, on top of that, we watched Tampa and Boston, which ended up being a rather boring game to watch. It started off like there might be a little bit of excitement, and it just kind of petered out. Tampa destroyed for most of the game. And then in the third period, all of a sudden, Boston decided they wanted to play. They started skating hard, hitting people. It was a totally different game, but it was still slow. However, Ottawa-Toronto was not bad. A lot of excitement in the second period. And hell, it's early for me. My ass got to crash back out. I was feeling rough last night. Yeah, I was actually surprised that you were on, because I figured I didn't see you yesterday because you were probably knocked out. I did see you guys last night in Discord, but once the hockey game was over, I was set, man. By that time, my brain was mush. We're until almost 9. Damn. Then I didn't leave until almost. Damn. People been late by a lot. That sucks, man. And it's like hard too, because it's like they're bastards for being late. They should be fired. But then if they're fired, there's no one to come in, so you got to deal with somebody else that's probably going to end up coming in late. Wow. Couldn't crash back out. I opted and watched the fights for a bit. Word. Yeah, I saw the fights, and I watched one of them, and it was just kind of like, the fight nights really don't get me. I know who's coming up. This OT will be decent. Oh yeah. My brain froze for a second. Overtime. I was like OT, OT, OT. Um, who's fighting for? Was it 314 next? Got a bunch of fight nights, and then it's like the April 14th, April 12th. Oh yeah, Diego Lopez and Volkanovski. and Chandler and Patty, Brian Melissa and John Silva. Okay, so April 14th is the next fight night I'll be watching, but after how bad like I said, I liked the Gaethje fight last week, but the Pereira fight was such a disappointment. All right, back to hockey. Never mind, it's a commercial break. Really hoping to see Carlson at some point. All right, we definitely looks like we got the Detroit home feed because they just showed nothing. It's like a commercial. There's a like a pre-run for both teams, and there were about 6 seconds of Golden Knights, and the thing was a minute long. It's all the hate. I love it. Just please don't lose. Please don't lose to Detroit after losing to Buffalo. That's like all I can think about right now. Check Sinbin, see if he mentioned anything about how the lineup's looking. All right, Carly has not been activated. He was expected to play on the road trip, but on the trip, which usually when you come on the trip, I mean, we'll see. Don't want to speculate. We don't have a timeline, and we have 4 games in 6 days, so I don't know how much we're going to practice. So hopefully we see him, but at least he's here with the guys. That's good for the psyche. Yeah, apparently it wasn't very. It wasn't all that great for the psyche. So looks like we're gonna have the same. We're rocking the same crew from yesterday. Pearson, Eichel, Stone, Sod, Hurdle, Dorofeev, Barbashev, Howden, Kolasar, Olafson, Wall-Smith. Hey, Petrangelo, Hannafin, Whitecloud, McNabb, and Korzak. And Samsonov is in goal, which we knew was coming. Yo, hate this early shit. Hey, CG, I'm not. I do not disagree with you, but at the same time, it gets me out of bed. Oh, it was good, man. I had to take about a week off, so getting back in, trying not to go crazy, but actually ended up being like I matched weight and reps from last week, so felt better than I was expecting. It was my back's all sore as shit now, but that's expected. I watched a video and oh, they hurt. They're very hurt. Like my right one's not too bad, but my left shoulder I've had surgery on, so it's they hurt. But it's nothing, you know. I believe your pop's golfing without a cart. Yeah, he's out there right now. Actually, he's probably 10 o'clock. He's probably done already. They usually tee off about 5:45 in the morning. All right, here we go. Dude, I gotta file a complaint because fucking this game's on TNT. So HBO or Max, the streaming service, they stream the games for TNT. Well, this game is blocked out on the streaming service. It's so annoying. Oh yeah, he plays Saturday. He plays every Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. I mean, he's been doing that for 15 years, probably more. I'll do that when I say at that state. Yeah, like I said, dude, he's impressive, man. He's got a double hip. He's 60, or he's coming up on 65. Double hip replacement. You know, severe arthritis in both elbows. Still goes to the gym 3 times a week. Uh, had to stop doing certain lifts because of the arthritis and because of his hips. Oh yeah, dude. I mean, stretches all the time. It's funny, his resting heart rate, and I'm not even fucking with you, is like 36 beats per minute. Like I've never met somebody with a 36 beat per minute resting heart rate. The mental aspect alone is so important. Yeah. Now, Pops is one of those dudes where like somebody will start fucking with him just because they're looking at him, and then he would fuck him up. Dude's a tough son of a bitch. Let's go MSU Detroit fan. Let's go Red Wings. Hey, we'll see how it goes, buddy. After yesterday's performance from the Knights, I got to assume your odds are, or the odds are definitely in your favor. Now Howden's going to the box. It looked like the guy just fell over. What happened? Yeah, CDG, he is for sure. Oh yeah, Howdy, you can't do that, buddy. Come on. Come on. I didn't quite see his left arm up on his shoulder, but he just ripped him down like he wasn't even standing there. All right, face off to the right of Sammy. Puck across the top. Detroit's power play is third in the league. Our PK is 22nd, so at least we've improved a little bit, but still horrible. Ooh. Sebastian, what's up, buddy? How you doing today? Detroit's in to the point. Nope, doesn't get through. Tossed all the way down. Detroit reset and 30 seconds gone in the power play. We've been on a very bad losing streak that recently just ended, so those chances aren't that high. Hey, okay, so we both suck. Maybe it'll be a fantastic game. Two teams playing rough is almost, or sometimes more entertaining than the two best teams going at it. So we're both disappointments. Yay! Might actually make it interesting. Dude, unfortunately, my feed is blurry as hell. It's blacked out. I still can't believe Max blacked it out. Like that's one of the points of having a streaming service that offers sports is it doesn't get blacked out in your area. Unbelievable. 30 seconds left on the power play. 3.5 minutes gone in the period. Hoping we do play hungry because although the Wings have been losing, we're only 3 points away from the last wild card spot in the East. Yeah, you guys got. It's like I'm hoping we figure this out. Because what the hell, dude? We're better than this, and too, because I don't want to repeat of last year. Like, you guys are fighting to get in it. Last year, we collapsed. Like, they just forced Hilly to be a net, and he lost 10 games out of 12. And they just refused to put Thompson in. And we end up sliding in our rankings and played Dallas first. Oh, turnover, Wall. Olafson just gets stopped, but never mind. They get out of the zone. But I just don't want to start dropping positions because we refuse to win games. I mean, we just voluntarily I'm still irritated because I know that's why we lost Thompson. That's why he asked to leave, was because of that bullshit. Anywho, it is better with Detroit in the mix, dude. I love having the classics, the original six, being in the playoffs. Yeah, roughly. We're the first game, so we didn't have to wait for TV. Korzak throwing it. I don't know if that was the stick. I think that was the goalie stick. Oh, I didn't realize we're back to Mrazek third straight start. I didn't realize we were back to full strength. I think Mrazek. Oh no, that was Hurdle. Okay, I just saw Mrazek's arm and I saw it hit a stick, but Hurdle with a little kind of a lazy one-handed reach for a tip actually almost beats him. That was all of a sudden. I didn't realize he hit the pipe. He hit that pipe hard. They played the replay, and that thing was loud. All right. So far, you guys aren't going crazy, but there are a couple of hits. Let's act like we want to hit people. There you go, Haig. Way to float the puck to the blue line for him. Like, couldn't have done better to set him up at the point if they tried. All right, Detroit resetting out of their zone. All the way up. Good pass, just could not be controlled. Comfer. Apparently, the playoff person we need is Steve's in mind is bringing Peter Mrazek back. How's he been this year? I gotta admit, I know less about East Coast teams than anything, just because I'm a Knights guy. But here, I'm gonna check his. Let's look at his stats real quick, because I missed them when they showed them. Uh, uh, I mean, his career numbers are still solid, but he's hurting them this year, that's for sure. 11 wins on 35 games, 3.43 and an 8.90. 8 years, a little late, especially we got a very talented kid in the AHL that definitely seems NHL ready. See, the I feel like I feel you on the AHL guys not being brought up, not being given the chance, because we've done that enough times to where it still annoys the hell out of me. Like, guys, you're losing. Why not take the chance? Oh, you four losses in a row isn't enough for you to say, you know what? Hell with it. Let's take a chance. What a save, Samsonov. Detroit on the neutral zone turnover drives the net, gets back-to-back shots on Sammy, and he kicks him out. What a stop. So, yeah, for sure, bud. Welcome back. But yeah, it's one of those. If you're on a winning streak, everybody's dominating. Then of course you don't need to change anything. But if you're not winning games, if you have a 3.43 goals against and lower than a 33% win percentage, like, start, bring the Zamboni driver back. Hell, like, just do anything to start changing it up. But that's one thing about hockey. For some reason, when it's management just decides, no, this is our guy. And again, the Golden Knights are doing it like crazy. Ben Hutton is healthy. Keaton Korzak's still on the ice. Not that he's been playing horrible, but Ben Hutton is a better defenseman, um, in my opinion. Petrangelo doing dumb shit will never sit down. He will always have the most ice time. Last year when they forced Hilly to be the goalie when Thompson was playing better. All those things, man, that's just annoying. And I don't understand why they just decide, no, we have our guy. But it hurts. It hurts the team. Oh, picked off a front shot. Oh, a little tip, and Mrazek was able to get over and stop it. Over to White Cloud. Down low, Hannafin. And Hannafin misses the puck on the stone connection across the crease. Brutal. Back out front, and it cuts through everybody. Pearson misses it. Red Wings got it. Headed back the other way. Man, that was a moment. That should be icing, yeah. All right, icing brings it back in front of the Red Wings net. That was a moment. Yeah, White Cloud threw it down to Stoney. Stoney throws it across the crease. And DeBlanket had his stick down. It looked like Hannafin actually won the battle right there to keep his stick on the ice. But it just did not connect. Oh, yeah, that shot went right through Naber's legs, and Sammy was just right there, kicks it out with the pads twice. 10:52 to go in the first. Shots are 3-2 Detroit. And this Wings passed on Quinn Hughes for Pablo. Yeah, that's not a great. That probably wasn't a great decision. I'm not sure why you. Yeah. I mean, it must have been. Oops, shot. Korzak. It there. I'd have. It's like, what was the full combination for that trade? Because that doesn't sound great. I wanted to. Oh, since we were talking about Mrazek, looking at Talbot, 37 with 17 wins. Holy cow! I mean, his goal against is way better. He's under a 3 for goals against. He got 2 shutouts and a 901, but still only 17 wins. That just is it. So MSU, is it a is it your forwards, your defensemen, or just a combination of everything? Because only looking at goalie stats, it's looking like y'all just ain't scoring. Ken Holland must have development dimension his final few seasons as Red Wings GM. I wouldn't be surprised. It's so funny because there are times where things happen. It's like, okay, you're a genius. I see it. And then there are times where it's like, I don't. It's 1 + 1 = 2, right? Common to everything, but mainly defense. Okay. Because yeah, I mean, it's like like I said, only looking at goalie stats, it's like, okay, you guys definitely have a problem letting guys score. But Talbot's numbers are solid, so it seems like when he starts when he's doing a good job, the team just doesn't help him out. So that's unfortunate. And first draft was 2019. I'll say, hey, you're teaching me right now, man. Stevie Y not. Oh, actually, you're teaching CG. I see that. Oh no, Steve Desmond first draft was 19 with Mort Sider. Over Hughes. That was Ken Holland doing. Okay. Like I said, I will admit, as I am trying to broaden my horizon, my knowledge of more teams, I'm learning stuff here. Oh, Vegas able to get back. We're playing fast. Kolasar seems like he wants to play heavy, which he wasn't too big of a problem. And Korzak just got beat back to the puck when he was ahead of the dude. That's not great. Kolasar just not ready for the back check. I just think our communication on the ice is shit. Like we're not talking to people. These been draft picks aren't bad. Most just seem to be stuck in the AHL or Europe. Yeah. It's it's unfortunately our AHL team is really hit or miss when they come up. So it's like I can kind of see it just from my experience with the Silver Knights. But like I said, man, when you're, trying to be a new guy getting on the team halfway through the season when you're leading the conference or the division, that I could see being tough. But again, when you're kind of getting your ass whooped, if guys aren't performing, even if they're signed guys, you don't even have to, just sit them for a game or two. Just make them a scratch for a game or two. Bring an AHL guy up. And hopefully he plays like a maniac. Hopefully he plays out of his mind and he's great. But after a couple of games, you look at the guy you sat, your superstar, and you say, you are replaceable. Get your ass out there and play like we fucking pay you to play. And if, like if they would do that with Petrangelo, he might have started playing better 4 years ago. But like you said, it's when they've got their guys, they just got their guys. And they won't do what's necessary and they won't give the lower guys a shot. Yeah, dude, I just saw last night I saw the video of Connor Bedard getting the 10-minute misconduct. And I am absolutely beside myself that a referee had the balls to do that. Or sorry, complete lack of balls to do something like that. Like I can't be 100% what he said, but from the basic lip reading I was able to do, he says something to the ref skates over, and he's like, come on, that was a trip. And the ref says something, he goes, all right, buddy, all right, whatever. And the ref gives him a 10-minute misconduct. It was like, I hope there's audio because that is insane. When the Red Wings traded Joe Leno at this deadline, basically there are only two Ken Holland first round picks left on the team. Dylan Larkin from 14 and Michael Rasmussen from 17. Ooh. I'd say that would be dude, it's still I love Patrick Kane, but man, it's just I don't know. He looked better in a Chicago jersey. Pick off in the neutral zone. Vegas takes it. Eichel just got blasted. Whitey all the way back. Loses control of the puck. Settle down, fellas. Let's go. Basics. Back to basics. The Wings actually picked him with a pick we got from the Knights in a trade that sent y'all some. Oh, man, that was a while ago. You're bringing back like old memories. It's crazy that it's already been what 7 years, 8 years. 1-6 last year. So yeah, we're in season 8. I remember putting $150 down on season tickets when they were first announced. Detroit is controlling the game right now. Shots are 4 apiece, 7:30 to go in the first. All right, we got it deep. Battle on the high wall, getting it across. Shot up over the net. Good shot though from Barbashev. He's got such a quick release, man. He looks like he's just holding the puck, and the next thing you know, you got an 88-mile-an-hour shot headed your way. Blasted it. Detroit likes hitting people in the back, man. That's about all the contact. I mean, it's been away from the wall. There's nothing wrong with it. Um, but all their hits have been right on the numbers. McNabb, guys, can we get the puck past the dots when we shoot? Our defensemen keep having the shot attempts, and they're hitting guys right in front of them. There's another hit in the back on Riley Smith. Like, that was more on the side. Like I said, nothing wrong with it. But damn, that's just yeah. Just our guys are getting blasted and they refuse to notice that. It wasn't. We can't keep the puck in the zone, dude. We can't set up for anything. All right, we're actually keeping it in. We're just not controlling for nothing. There we go. High point. Haig off a stick goes well wide into the low corner. Not a whole lot going in the first here. Vegas just again not looking good, man. Just all around. Hmm. Okay, I'll give it to him. This commercial is actually funny. Passive, progressive. And Frag swings to the last only team to win back-to-back cups by sweep of the finals versus Philly, then Washington. Right on. Team was nose. Konstantinov was a beast. So sad what happened to him. I will say that is a fun fact. Yeah, I still love Stoney for the first time since like 1926. Stoney got a hat trick in the clinching game of the Stanley Cup Finals. Cause oh dude, that game 5 was so much fun to watch, man. And I should have, but my dad and one of his friends went down to T-Mobile Arena and didn't wasn't inside, but if you watch clips from that game 7, T-Mobile Plaza right out front of the arena has like 50,000 people, and they were in that crowd. It's like I should have gone to that. All right, let's see what happened. What was the point of that? Yeah, they've been together for a couple games now. We got a battle in the corner. Hurdle gets away with it. He's got time. Gets it up to the high point. Shot. Stopped out front. At least it made it towards the net. Oh, Dorofeyev. If he could have controlled if he controlled it or was able to get what a play by I can't talk today, man, but what a play by Detroit on the 3-on-2. That pass, kicking it out wide, and then the pass to get it back was very impressive. But Samsonov was there waiting on Kane. It was just give and go from the middle to the high side, right on back to the middle, and Casper does a spinning pass behind himself right to Kane. And if it was somebody with an opposite shot, that probably is a goal. Because they were coming in fast. Samsonov made it back over, but if he didn't have to get it to his forehand, oh man, that would have been absolutely insane. But Sammy was there ready for him on the awkward backhand down like up tight. I was gonna say down low, but up tight on Sammy. Oh, good stick. Didn't result in anything, but that's Mark Stone again disrupting plays in the neutral zone. Just putting stick on puck. It's dude is impressive on defense. Oh, come on, guys, get it out. Don't have a good feeling. That was the feeling I was getting. Point around point. Holy shit, we cannot clear the puck. There we go. Wall trying to get there. As game will be drama today, yeah. It's the biggest reason is because Dallas played so shit on Friday that they've got to be coming in pissed, and it's Colorado. Rantanen's first game back, like I said, man, against Winnipeg, I forgot Rantanen was on the ice because he was non-existent. That Dallas played so bad against the Jets. Minute 40 left in the first. Shots are 6-4 Detroit. Make that 7-4 Detroit. Yeah, usually. He was not on Friday. Say I was watching Michigan State Notre Dame play hockey game, and final score being 1-0. And the one on hand today, right on. That's Then I have so many mixed emotions about whether like a 6-5 game or a 1-0 game is more entertaining to watch, and it usually depends on the goalie. Like if the teams are just if they're getting 2-on-1s and breakaways versus if the goalies are just playing bad. But you got another one I ain't right on. Yeah, we got this and then might go right into that game, the Dallas Avalanche game. Because again, I expect Dallas played so soft on Friday that you got to think someone got in their ass and said, "Hey guys, you remember this is hockey and you can hit people." Because Winnipeg just beat their ass all game. So not 100% sure just because it's going to be such a close follow up to this game, but probably just go right into watching in Dallas and Avalanche. A little 7-3 the other day, but then lost 4-2 to Carolina. So inconsistent at times. I mean, look at Vegas, dude. You want to talk about an inconsistent team? I I can't believe we have the points that we do because we've won a lot of games that we did not deserve to win. We've tied games that we did not deserve to tie. It's like since we had a game against Ottawa, we had 48 shots on goal and we lost 1-2. Yeah, I'm guessing he must have been going against Olmark because he's been playing tough. It's like against Toronto, he there was a misplay, but he's been playing very tough. But yeah, like Vegas, we lost, you know, 6-5 against the Kings with almost all our goals coming in the third period. Another save on Patrick Kane. Sammy has his number. I love it. 41 seconds to go in the first. Shots are 8-4 Detroit. And Kane comes up the ice, 2-on-1, takes the shot, and Sammy was right there waiting. Dude just comes in tight with the glove, able to knock it down and cover it for no second chance. Samsonov has been playing fantastically. It has been a lot of fun to watch him recently. He didn't deserve to lose against the Penguins. That still bugs me. Detroit controlling in the Vegas zone. Oh, they get it out. 15 seconds to go. Puck across. Down low. Oh, they put it on net, and the Mrazek just went for the glove save. I haven't even noticed Petro, to be honest with you. 12.5 seconds. Face off to the right of Mrazek. And we're getting kicked out. Barbie. Vegas gets the face off. Barbie around to the front of the net. Tries to get it across. All tied up. And we're good. Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't even notice them. I'm pretty over dealing with Petro. All right. So, I did want to see just real quick. Yeah, I don't know any of those names. Tried to watch like while the game was going on yesterday, UFC fight night started, and I've been trying to watch more of the fight nights, just get a little bit of an idea of the guys coming up. and I can't do it. I just can't do it. I mean, don't get me wrong. Some of the fights are better than the pro fights, aka Pereira last week. But man, I was trying, I couldn't. But it was at Volkanovski versus Diego Lopez, and Pimblett versus Chandler. That hopefully that is a little bit better of a performance than last weekend. So I had the UFC, I had the fight night on my search from last night, so it just made me think of that. But just a little review of yesterday, of course. Seymour scoring a soccer game I was watching yesterday. Dude, City FC beating Colorado Switchbacks 2-1. Jeez. Yeah, it's like I said, I do enjoy watching goals, but I really love impressive goalies. So like Samsonov shutting down Kane twice is huge. Um, Watching Olmark yesterday after the miscommunication that cost a goal, he became a brick wall, and that was fun. And it's so I've got like no scoring. It makes it a little no scoring makes it boring, but there is something so impressive about watching. I said it yesterday. There is something almost mesmerizing about watching a very talented, very confident goalie playing his spot. And just, their heads or their necks locked on their shoulders. So they're not following, their body's not chasing their head. They're moving with it. The pads stay glued to the ice. When they're diving for saves or sliding for saves, they go post to post and they don't overcommit. Like, it's a lot of fun. The same defensive hits from 90s, dude. See, like, fast and physical that's how I like hockey. Like, going back and forth and just both teams building momentum for maybe, going one and done. Now, granted, with the Knights, I'd rather have control in the zone, but I like watching one and done games where it's just up the ice shot, other way up the ice shot, and it's just on and on and on. That is just so much fun. But it's a lot more fun when guys are hitting the living shit out of each other. And you're seeing puck comes across the neutral zone along the wall, hip check. Guy tries to cut across the middle, shoulder into the chest. You get down on the boards, and everybody's hitting the ice after crashing into the boards. It just, like, I was expecting, Ottawa and Toronto was a good example of that yesterday. They were hitting the shit out of each other. I was expecting a lot more from Tampa and Boston, but Boston refused to hit until the third period, and Tampa was just kind of bullying them. And there's a point where it's like, dude, okay, come on now. Um, but yeah, like I think I was talking about it the other day. Back, I remember games. Pittsburgh is what 2009, I think you said when or 12 was it 12 when the Penguins won with Fleury and Crosby, Letang, Malkin, all those guys. I remember watching Pittsburgh Boston games back then and watching it was a war. And every now and then they remembered there was a puck they're trying to score. You know what I mean? It was phenomenal. Plus, you had some of the best goalies in the league. I think Tim Thomas was still in Boston versus Andre Fleury. Boston lost Marchand now. Their physicality, yeah, 100%. And if you go back to my first stream after the trade, I've been talking shit on Brad Marchand every single stream. Like, I saw somebody making the joke that Marchand's jersey may go up to number 1 in sales, and it won't be to Florida or Marchand fans. Oh, do you look at Colorado, Detroit? Yeah. Oh yeah, no, it definitely goes older. It's just games. Hockey was very much a different sport. And every now and then you get guys going at it. Two teams that hate each other. It's two best teams in the league also. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And that's, like I said, it's every now and then it happens where you get games like that. But usually it goes from a hard, like, it goes from that to guys doing some cheap shit, nutting guys, and, you know, crossing in, checking into the boards square across the back of the head and shit. And it's like, don't necessarily want to go back to guys trying to break each other's necks, but like a step below that. It's like, I don't want to kill you, but I do want to hurt you. Like, if we could get back to that, that'd be a little more fun. It's like, at the same time, I don't want my guys getting hurt, but just that little turning the knob back the other way to where guys can just smash each other. Talking nights at the deadline. I'm just kind of curious. I usually don't watch the intermission report unless it's Duba and Lawless, but it's like if we're talking about things the Golden Knights need to do, it's the same things that they've been all season. It's what time does the game start? Perfect. You start playing at that time. We've been coming out slow. We've been completely apathetic and just not caring about the game. Eichel's kind of in his own head again. Just misses a shot, puts his head down, and hangs his head back, and kind of loafs off the ice, and it's just like, okay, that sucks. Instead of getting back in the play, and said it before, say it again. I wasn't the biggest fan of him. I knew he was talented, but I wasn't the biggest fan because of his attitude. Because he used to do that. He would stop playing because he missed a shot. And it's like, dude, you're the all-time points leader right now for Golden Knights. You may not have 50 goals like you want, but you've got a bazillion assists. We'll take it all day. Like, you are a huge part as to why we have the wins that we have. Like, don't hang your head, man. It's all good. Like, let's just get back into the game. And he was doing really, really well with that. But this year, it's crept in a couple of times. And like I said, he just kind of he's done, and instead of rushing off the ice while the puck's going the other way for his change, he just kind of slowly makes his way to the boards. It's things like that mentally we really need to change. Like a lot of the guys decide not to show up until second period, halfway through the second period. So that's got to change. It's our problems are very much mental. Um, our PK needs a lot of work because I think it's actually showed we improved to like 22%, which is good. Had a couple of penalties that we were able to kill over the last few days, so that's not bad. But we got to get better, man. We can't be going into playoffs with a fantastic power play and a trash PK. That's um we got to get back to being tough in front of our net, which we were against Columbus, and then that kind of started to fade away. Um, and we got to get pucks to the net while crashing the net. We are still taking way too many shots. Our defensemen are taking too many shots, and they're taking too many shots from distance that aren't making their way to the net. If we were getting more tips, or if it was getting through and creating rebound opportunities or even stoppages to try and win the face-off, like that's one thing, but it's not. We're putting pucks into guys at the dots and then having to go back the other way with 10 seconds into getting set up into the zone. And then when they're not shooting, we're doing so much passing that we make 3 more passes than we should, and we're not taking advantage of the opportunities. You got guys need to be more selfish. So our problems are all the same. And then puck control, getting better at catching the puck. Really, I mean, we take a little too much of a passive approach on passing a lot. It's kind of a lot of drop passes, a lot of these little soft to the line passes. Got to get the puck where it's got to go. I mean, granted, our drop passes are usually done very well, so I can't hate too much on that. But it's more getting the puck down low, getting the puck back to the point. We got to stop forcing it down low when you have help up high. It's just our decision making hasn't been fantastic. So if we don't figure out how to get, I don't want to say this, somebody needs to get in their ass basically and get them to realize, like, dude, when you're on the ice, nothing else matters. Let's go. Because guys' minds are just elsewhere. And I thought right before Four Nations, I had the same thought about them. And I thought it was just, okay, hey, we're looking forward to the break. We just want to get out of here, which sucks, but it was like, whatever. But it doesn't seem to be that that's really it. The guys are just not exactly checked in. They're just, we're basically, we're dressing up for our 9 to 5 so that we can get it done and go home. And it's a bummer, man. Mentality is something that needs to be worked on a little bit with the Golden Knights. But hey, I got about 5 minutes for intermission to be over. I just want to do a couple things real quick, wash my coffee cup, and then we'll come back and get what hopefully will be a much more exciting second period started. So be back in a couple minutes. Alrighty. Couple of seconds left here, and we'll be back into the second period. Hopefully, the boys decide they want to play because, like I said, we can't lose to Detroit right now. This is the best team. Never seen so opinion if it's the weed so smoke. Hey, you know what? Cheers. It might be a little, but I'll say it's easier to be opinionated when I'm talking to somebody instead of letting my brain just rumble. Buzz, this is just nicotine. But no, that's a compliment. All right. Tony right to the ice off the face off is not fantastic. No, it froze on me. Okay, we're back. Man, we still can't control the puck. All right, Whitey trying to get out. Up and across, and the pass misses. Are we getting offsides or are we getting 6-man? Yeah, I do appreciate it. All right, just an offsides. I was very close to being 6 on the ice, so we do not need to give up another power play. Which, shout out to Detroit. This has been one of the first games in a while where, well, actually, for both sides, like, this has been a very clean game. How didn't rip dude down, but, oh, missed the net. Sod headed up, and then Hurdle runs into Sod. Come on, guys. Trangelo with that actually a good pass. Was that Dorofeyev throws it back to the net. A tip from Petrangelo goes wide. Can't believe Hurdle just blasted Sod right there. Shot. Oh, what a save, Samsonov. Our defense is not helping him out right now. They said Kane, he beat Kane heads up twice, and then right there, it was like 4-on-2. And they just let the guy skate out wide and take the shot. Like, no pressure, nothing. But I said, everything we did in Columbus, we did it, and then it was like, all right, now that that's over with, we never have to play that. We never have to get on defense like that again. That's, I mean, what MSU and I were talking about, the inconsistency. Minute 40 gone in the second. Shots are 10-5 Detroit. Face off in the Vegas zone. Red Wings win. They control. Shot from the point. Up over the net. McNabb up. Pearson. Wall's going to get it out. Right, just ahead of Riley Smith. And that's going to be offsides. Dude, we cannot connect right now. Oh, line judge just got wrecked. Ooh. That was like right above the ball of the knee, right there. Oh, that had to hurt. Yeah, he's taking a minute. Cause they got less padding than the boys do, so I mean, ooh. There's going to be a welt size of a baseball right on the inside of his knee. Vegas wins the face off, dumps it in. We're putting everything slowly along the wall. It just ends up in a fight, board battle. And we haven't been doing fantastic about winning those. That was a good stick by Pearson to disrupt. Oh, he gets it across to Pearson. Good job. Bro, offside. Like, hey, refs walked it off. There you go. Ah, Barbie not able to keep it on the low wall, headed back the other way. Damn, Samsonov just smacked his ass right in the face. That was kind of dumb by Samsonov, but I don't blame him. But he just straight smacked Rasmussen in the face after he crashed him. Samsonov, I'm sorry, I'm kind of speechless on that because I completely Dude, okay, so that's cool. I wonder how long I've been talking to myself with nobody able to hear me. That's awesome. OBS, bro. It just every now and then it sucks. I swear, what I said, I was making a fantastic point. I just have no idea what it was now. Oh yeah, Hutton. Yeah, I have no idea why they just refuse to. You know, they're choosing Korzak over Hutton. Last year they chose Hill over Thompson. Um, Petrangelo over everybody. Uh, like Schwint over Lashinsky. Like there were a I don't know what it is about the Knights just deciding, no, 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 I don't care. This is our guy. But it's killing me. And like, not that Korzak is playing bad. I'm sorry, Ben Hutton is the better defenseman. After first days came back and was off out. Yeah, I have no. I did talk to at least somebody who was in here who during the second, so it should have only been a few minutes, but just annoying that OBS likes to do that from time to time. It just decides to switch the audio input. Howden trying to get it. Kolesar gets it in the zone. Ah, Red Wings are doing a good job collapsing back into their zone. I said they're kind of leaving the point open and just saying shoot it, but you're going to shoot it through us. He said they disrespect the game. Oh yeah. Oh, I saw that interview. And they absolutely did. They could care less. Oh yeah. And it is a lack of respect for the team. And Detroit scores. Samsonov just got shamed, but our defense just watched him skate by. There was zero effort there. The Knights are looking at it, but I don't think it came out. I don't think it came completely out, but we'll have to see. Just defense completely abandoning the front of the net. Yeah, it didn't make it all the way out. I just it's puck watching. It's a lack of fundamentals. We are puck watching and just abandoning our position. 11:50 to go in the second. Shots are 17-8 Detroit. Just again getting our asses kicked for shots on goal, and most of the time it's because if we set up at all in Detroit zone or in Buffalo zone or in Pittsburgh zone, any of these games, we'll get set up, make two or three passes, and then the shot comes from the defenseman and the puck doesn't make it past the dots, just hitting bodies. Albert was due for one. Word. It's that, that happens a lot with us when, like, if a goalie's been playing bad, he has a fantastic game against us. If a guy hasn't scored a goal in 38 games, he's going to score one against us. It's just one of those things that seems to, it's happened ever since 17. We just can't. The puck luck's not on our side, and Detroit's just playing way better. We have opportunities. We just can't control the puck. Shoot it. And again, the puck bounces out to red jerseys. We actually have guys in front of the net. And The puck's just bouncing away from him, dude. Our puck luck is horrible. Detroit headed back the other way. White Cloud to play it deep. Gets it around the boards, and Knights have it. Pass all the way up. There we go. Olafson coming in from the high side. Again, Mrazek with a great save. Shoots the puck straight into the air. Like I said, Mrazek's having a fantastic game. Samsonov's been having a good game. He got kind of embarrassed right there, but that was a good move. All in the same. There's Korzak going, forcing it. That's all I got. I mean, he had help. He has space, yet he forces it back. I don't like it. Turnovers in our zone. Just .907 to go in the second. Shots are 18-10 Detroit. Red Wings with the 1-0 lead. But that's what we have to do right there. See, at least that got through. Like, if we're going to shoot from the point, I'd rather have the goalie have a clear line of sight to him because at least it'll get past the dots. Dorofeyev trying to throw it around. Mrazek out to play. Oh, Dorofeyev gets a shot on goal. Gets another shot on goal. Mrazek just looking strong. Petrangelo throwing it towards the net. Again, hit out front by the dots. Petrangelo again looking. Taking it down low. Tries to revert back up. Tosses it down to Barbie. Trying to do too much. Trying to force it. Down Colasar. Petrangelo from the point. Throws it down. See, Barbashev just loses his skates as he's trying to turn around for a pass. Dude, this is rough. Howden dumps it across. Barbie chasing. Barbie needs to get off the ice. There we go. We can't win a battle on the boards. Just unreal. Oh, good stop. Pearson swats the puck on a low shot from the low point. Can't control the puck across the blue line again. Detroit headed the opposite way. Wall's going to dump it in. And right back out. Battle below the net. Detroit comes away with it. Good pressure. Rubbing him off the puck. Still maintains control off his knees. Stoney has it. Olofsson gets it in. Eichel's first back. Rather have Eichel just crash the wall there, get the puck around the boards rather than skating in slow, just bracing himself for the hit, trying to protect the puck. What happened? Samsonov he overcommitted to the shot. He came out way too far, like way too far out of the net. And so just a little bit of patience. Albert went right around him, just nice and easy. And that's something Samsonov and Hill both had a little bit of an issue staying post to post and overcommitting. It's the name of the town in Florida you like, Vero Beach. There's a couple different. There's um I want to say it's St. Peter's, but that doesn't sound right. Fort Pierce. Like Fort Pierce is cool. Um New Smyrna Beach is a spot that if I can figure some stuff out, that's where I'd like to go. Um so I know just got a job there. Nice. Nice. Yeah, no, any of the beaches in Florida are awesome, man. The water's pretty much always swimmable. The sand doesn't like if you anybody been to a California beach and walked on the cold sand, it's miserable. And then the water's always freezing. When you go down to Florida, the sand is soft and the water's warm. But yeah, that's I was down in Fort Pierce a couple back in 22, and then like I said, some things have to happen a certain way, but if it does, like it'd be cool to end up in New Smyrna. And then I've lived in like Fort Lauderdale and West Palm and a bunch of different places. But yeah, right on, man. That's I said the hurricanes suck, the bugs suck, the humidity sucks, everything else is fantastic. Or traffic sucks. But like if you're not from a humid place, it is a very, very big adjustment. But I love it. It's wild to see Detroit just running all over us right now. But he had his refrigeration accreditation. He's getting paid well. Yeah, that's it's good work. It's something that people talk about like AI and stuff. There are the secret to beating a job getting replaced by technology is being a guy that works on stuff that can't necessarily be replaced by technology. Like there needs to be maintenance, and that's one of those jobs. Dude, we just can't control the puck. Like our passing is horrible. There we go. Kolasar trying to get it to Barbashev. He overpasses Barbashev. Luckily, Barbie fought to get that puck because Kolasar put it in a really not a great position. And then we got another turnover in the neutral zones, trying to stretch across the ice. There's Howden putting in some effort. Puck's up and out, but it's going to be no icing. They waved it off late. And Detroit right back into the Vegas zone, man. Oof. That would have just beat Hannafin if he or Hannafin, Samsonov, if he'd have just cut, if he was able to, sorry, Detroit was able to gather that in. I'm not sure who it was. He would have beat Samsonov 100 times out of 100. But lucky for Vegas, pass just goes out of reach. It's not even that. Like sleepwalking would be a compliment to what the Golden Knights are doing. They're just they're slow. They're not playing physical. The passing is horrible. Um, Puck control is horrible. Got a face off to the right of Mrazek. 3:02 to go in the second. Shots 19-12 Detroit. Win the face off. Olofsson gets it towards the net but misses wide. The things we do well, we are not doing well. I mean, Gustafsson just kicked Jack Eichel's ass in the corner right there. Come on, guys. Control for a minute. We're going for a change, so not happening this time. Under 2 minutes. We're going to need a big third period. And by a big third period, I mean a completely different third period. Okay, Betro, right now it's everybody. Like none of right there, Sod. He ended up making it back, which was good, but he thought it was going to be an icing, so he stopped skating. That is the perfect. And Detroit gets a power play for a slash on that attempt. Jeez, come on. But like I said, right there, the puck got dumped deep. It hit the ice. Sod saw that. Saw looked up. It was a Sod. I keep saying saw. Sod looked up and was like, "Oh, that'll be an icing," so he let off. And then they waved it, and he started skating hard again. It's like there was no whistle. Why are we not? We're not finishing plays. Like it's not our job to call. It's not the player's job to call offsides. And when they got the goal, the puck was close to offside, so three guys up front did that, and we're looking at the line judge. It's like I'm sick of the stuff like that, where because that's what we've been seeing, just our head not our guys not being focused, just not having their mental game down. And then it goes back to right below that, the fundamentals. Clearing out the front of our net, crashing the net. Yeah, we had a good PK earlier, so hopefully this is rather than good, hopefully it's productive. No words, man. Seriously. I mean, potentially stop the goal, but Oh, but he's doing something outside. Like he potentially saved a goal, but he potentially saved a goal that he was gonna be the one responsible for because he gave up the turnover. All right. First setup attempt misses everybody, sends the puck the other way. All right, good pressure along the low boards. Wall's headed out. Riley Smith seeing if he could get a shot, and he loses the control. Under a minute to go. Detroit controlling in the Vegas zone. 110 on the power play. 30 seconds in the period. Down low. Across. Pass misses Kane. Eichel headed back the other way with the puck. And he is skating hard, which is what he's needed to do this entire time. Tries to get it back across to Stoney. At that point, man, send it off the pads. Dude, Red Wings right back 3-on-2. Stoney just not quite fast enough to get in the way, but the pass does not connect, and the puck goes back the other way. Eichel versus Larkin, and we are done with the second period. What a joke. What a joke. We do not look good, fellas. And don't get me wrong, it's the same thing I've been saying for the last 10 games. Like, the Red Wings do look good, but we are making them look so much better. Not played for Knights yet. No, Detroit hasn't done anything wrong. Like, you know, I'm not going to complain about the refs when they're doing a good job, man. What we've done has been penalties. You know, we would have had a power play if Samsonov didn't punch the dude after he interfered with him. But otherwise, Detroit hasn't done anything. You know, you can't call power play just for penalties that aren't there. And like I said, we would have. This could easily be a 1-1 game if, you know, and I'm not mad at Samsonov for hitting the guy, but if he could have controlled himself, we would have had a power play. It's just stupid mistakes, man. The mental game. Everything right now, the number one thing that is killing us is our mental game. And until we pull our heads out our ass, nothing's going to change. You know, again, we're out of position. We're puck watching. We're giving up on plays before the whistle blows. We're like, everything is bad. We got nobody around us. There's no pressure. And we're throwing cross ice passes straight to red jerseys. You know? Just in no way doing enough at the moment. And it's like I said, until the guys want to show up to play, until the guys have the capacity to focus for 60 minutes, nothing's going to change. Like I said, again, Columbus was our best game. We had the best set. We played the best second period we've played pretty much all season. And then we just completely changed our game again. You know, like, if we're being real, everything that's going on, we deserve. Coach needs to get their ass. He does. And my thing is, I think Cassidy's jumped their ass. And at this point, they just don't care. You know, it's everybody has the mentality of, oh, well, we'll get them next time. And, you know, it's all season the coaches have been trying to pull their heads out their asses. And all season long, the guys have just refused to do so. So, maybe Carly coming back in will do something. Um, I don't know. Is the NHL rigged? No. The NHL has dog shit referees, but no, it's not rigged. And especially not this game. Like the only the only thing to blame in this game is the Golden Knights' shitty ability or shitty playing right now. Don't think so, but they're so suspect. Like I said, I don't even think it's suspect. They're just bad at their jobs. They have no reason to get better. And no matter how bad they are, the NHL protects them like they're little kids who, got scolded at school. It's the referees need to be dogs. Yeah, the referees need to be treated like what they are, grown adults getting paid for a job. If they make a mistake, they need to be called out on it. Trying type of rig. Nah, if there's I hockey players, I mean, there's always a likelihood of some dumbass doing something like that. However, for it to just be rigged, no. Like guys throwing games, no. I don't believe so. It's hockey players are a little bit of a different breed, and that would be like broken skulls from fights in the locker room if that was discovered. Like the one guy, a couple of guys got found out that they were gambling on other sports, and they got like 40-game suspensions. So the NHL's a little tighter on that, and the guys, back in the day, of course, everything had guys throwing games back in the day, but at this point in time, I don't believe so. Like if they were still making 100 grand for the season, then probably. But there's big enough contracts now. I don't think anybody wants to risk it. But all right, guys, I'm gonna take a second while we're in intermission. I gotta do a couple things, hit the head, refill my water and stuff. So good time to grab a snack, see anything else going on, just check in on the kids. Remember those commercials back in the day that they were like, "Hey, remember you have kids? Do you know where they're at?" One of those type deals. Anyway, I need a distraction, so I'll be back in a couple minutes. But timer's up, and we will get back in here before the start of the third period. So see you in a couple minutes. Alrighty, let me stop the timer, make sure that's working, and while we're waiting for the game to come back, I am going to work on something real quick. Need to figure out, actually, this is, okay, open in place. Need H and K. So I'm going to make the thumbnail for the next game. And, there's that and that. Oh, I opened them in the wrong thing. Damn it. Gotta wait for this ad to play. Like I said, we'll be back to the game in a second. I just realized I never made the thumbnail for the follow-up game. And it fucked it up. Damn it. Okay. Get rid of that. Give me a minute. All right. Trying to get this done at the same time, and it might be a little tough. All right, we got a quick break, so let me see if I can hurry up and get this. I know we got VGK apps somewhere. I know we've done it. Colorado, there we go. We need to stream for playoffs predictions and matchups real soon. Less than a month away from round number one, aren't we? We are. So as we get closer to probably 10 games left, so not too far, probably right around the beginning of April, we'll start trying to work into that. There's a couple of different places, like a couple of different websites I could set up like a bracket and kind of just have a day of running through predictions. But beginning of April, definitely Humpty Dumpty, definitely keep an eye out for that because I didn't think that was icing. I guess it was. I thought Eichel was ahead of him, but yeah, because I do plan on being here for every single playoff game. So we'll have to do a double screen for the first couple of weeks, like for the first series. And then it'll get a little bit easier when there's only 2 games a day. But we will be here for all of the playoff games. And you're 100% right. We got to do predictions as it starts getting closer. Okay, looking forward to that one. It's it's definitely a lot more like I've never done something like this, so I'm curious how it's gonna work, and hopefully it can make it entertaining. But I am too. I think it'll be a lot of fun. Barbie just got stuffed by Mrazek. I think we like to get in a little too close when we have advantages. The away jerseys to VGK are fire, dude. It's probably my favorite jersey. I love the white. It's like nice. But yeah, I love the white. I'm a sucker for the classic gray, But yeah, the away jerseys are way up there. The only reason I don't have one is because I like to wear my jerseys and I would destroy it. Like, I am not good with keeping white stuff clean. But, dude, what a play by Stone. And then Barbashev able to get up the ice, but just gets a little too close and stuffs it right into Mrazek's face. Just Eichel as soon. It'll be great. Don't sweat the small stuff, Jimmy. Hey, it's good advice, man. Like I said, if not, I think it'll be a lot of fun. A lot of the fun comes from learning experiences and figuring out things that'll work better and stuff that doesn't work. So I'm looking forward to it. Like I said, I've also been working on a scoreboard that actually has the time for the game. That doesn't involve me having to pause and play it. So, but it's a little harder to do than I thought it was going to be. So, got little things, little improvements along the way. Hopefully, I have them ready to go by the time playoffs come around. Sod can't control the puck. Ugh. McNabb back. Korzak, everybody behind the net, and we lose another board battle, but Sod gets a good stick out to get the puck moving. Kolasar puts it right into the guy's chest that's a foot in front of him instead of dumping it deep. That seemed great. You're brutally honest. I appreciate that. It's like I tend to think I'm just a little more aggressive than most people, but with being honest, it's just I think honestly I'm more just I get mad at stuff and it's hard to keep it in. If I'm not gonna lie. Let me get that. All right, this is gonna have to do for the next game. Let me do this. File PSD. This is gonna be Del as. I'm sure I'm gonna forget what I saved this as, but export as JPEG. Save. All right, cool. So that didn't take as long as I thought. We got the thumbnail ready. We're going to finish this game, and we're going to miss the start of Dallas, Colorado, but I am just going to take a couple of minutes, and we're going to come back in for that game. Zero control. Like I was talking about, I prefer when we get to set up, but the one and done hockey is happening right now. What a job by Samsonov. I mean, got lucky right there with the missed follow up, but that was a much better job by Samsonov to be more patient, stay grounded because he almost fell over, but nah, he gave himself a nice push, got post to post, made a great save. Just keeping his pads down. Gets back for the potential follow up that goes off the side of the net. He's been playing well. He's just not getting any help. Eichel gets kicked out because Barbie leaned forward. Gotta love it. Stoney trying to force it. Come on, dude. Mark Stone just cost him that goal. I don't know what the hell pass he was trying to make right there. Trying to force it to Eichel through there was nowhere to go. All he has to do is kick it off the low board. Instead, he tries to shove it up the middle of the ice with a guy standing right on top of him. Great job by Raymond to fight through the stick checks of Stone and Whitecloud to get that puck on net. But Mark Stone just making a dumbass turnover in our zone. Dude, I had, after Pittsburgh, or sorry, Pittsburgh, after Pittsburgh, I was a little bit, eh, I was contemplative of how this road trip would go. It was good we at least got, dude, another turnover in our zone. But we played like trash against the Penguins, got lucky to get out with a tie. And it was like, okay, this probably isn't good. But then we played Columbus and we had the best game we've had in months. And then after Columbus, we went back to not deciding we don't really need to play. Like, I don't understand. It's like I said, just a complete lack of respect. Lack of respect for the teams we're playing, lack of respect for the games, lack of respect for each other. Just time out and cursing the fuck out. At this point, dude, Cassidy's already done that so much. At this point, it doesn't mean anything. Like I said, the coach can say whatever they want. If the players aren't going to listen, then what's the point? Why waste his breath? Why waste his voice? Petrangelo right there just stopped skating. It was like, oh, it's going to be icing, but as soon as it waved off, he's got to kick it in the second gear. It's exactly what Saad did earlier. Then Haig misses the puck at the point. Like, jeez. Like I said, shout out to Detroit. Detroit is playing well. And like I've been saying this entire road trip, it's like what I've been saying since we got back from Four Nations. The teams we are playing well for the most part. Oh, we got to fight. It's like for the most part, the teams that we're playing are playing well, but we are making them look so much better than they are. So Neck went off the post. So I'm curious what happened because it was enough to stop the play. Like I said, very disappointing. And at this point, like I'm over getting mad at the team just being disinterested because what's the point? If we're gonna keep looking like this, if we're gonna keep playing like this, I'm just gonna be as apathetic as they are about it. Let's see. I don't know exactly how to do this actually, so I'll just wait till the game's over and then we'll bring up we'll just start the new stream. I believe 12:30 is Dallas and Colorado. So, like I said, we're gonna miss the beginning of it. Should be back for a lot of the first period, but after this game, I just want to take a second. Yeah, hey, there you go, man. You guys are shaming us. More power to you. Hang on, I'm looking for the game real quick. Yeah, 12:30 start. Puck drop about 12:40. Depending on when this game gets over, maybe set it for like 12:45. I just need to take 10-15 minutes, and then we're gonna come back for Rantanen's return to Colorado. Like I said, the main reason I'm interested in that game is because Dallas got embarrassed against Winnipeg. Yeah, well, every shot's coming from the point. Like, we probably have 40 shot attempts, but they're all coming from the point, and they're not making it past the dots. No, it's not over yet. Of course, MSU fan. There's always that little bit of hope. There's always uh the chance that, something happens and the momentum shifts. But like, the Knights definitely do not deserve to win this game. They don't deserve to tie the game, you know what I mean? They have not played well enough to justify anything. Like, they deserve to get shut out, which is unfortunate because, like I said, I mean, Samsonov has just been abandoned by his defense. It's amazing. The game's only 2-0. He's made some fantastic stops. Well, mainly, Tommy, the game's not over until you see 4-0s on the call. Absolutely. Total snap, MSU versus UM game. Yeah. Yep. And just, hey, I'm a Miami Hurricane fan, and they've proven the game's not over because they go and lose and throw 9 interceptions in a game when they have a 24-point lead. So, no, I definitely agree with you. Like I said, and Vegas is a great comeback team. I just, like I said, it's there definitely is a chance, but a lot of things are going to have to fall in place because, there's getting beat and then there's getting your ass kicked. And all game, Vegas has been getting their ass kicked. Oh, so the window open now that all the work outside is done. Here we go. Get the shot, Stoney. Dude, we cannot get us. We have no luck. Stoney shot actually makes it through Mrazek, but it just takes too long to seep out of there and get across the line. Oh, Mrazek's hurt. But it wasn't able to get across the line. Detroit's able to get back. Dude, Detroit's defense has been phenomenal for Mrazek, in the same way that our defense has been terrible for Sammy. I mean, Stoney rocketed that shop. Yeah, absolutely. Curious exactly where it hurt him that buckled him because that Talbot got all excited and now he's sitting back down. I'd rather have as good as Mrazek has been today. I'd rather have him than Talbot. So I'm happy that he's able to stay in. Crandall throws it down. Eichel not able to get it. A bunch of bouncing around. Just completely shut down in front of the net. Barbie keeps it in momentarily. Stoney just got spun around and abandons his guy. Big shot. Raymond almost with 2. Eichel headed back up. Hannafin on the side. Rather playing better than us. Yeah. No, like it's like I said earlier. If a guy hasn't scored a goal in 30 games, he's going to get one against us. If a goalie has been playing like shit, he's going to outperform against us. It's just it's been happening since our creation, man. It's one of those things. And Mrazek, his stats aren't looking fantastic this year, but he has played his ass off. This I'm out. Hey, CJ, I don't blame you, brother. I don't blame you, man. You know I'm around, brother. Hope the rest of Sunday gets better, man. Do something that'll make you smile. Yeah, my feed is very much behind because I'm having to be on a service since HP since Max decided to block out this game. I just don't get it. Korzak, what are you doing, dude? You see him coming and you stop up instead of checking him at the net. I don't. Like I said, against Columbus, we did everything right. Ever since then, we haven't done a damn thing. Like our defense is just completely fucking over Samsonov. He doesn't deserve. I mean, games earlier in the season, absolutely, he wasn't playing well, but in his last 3 games, he doesn't deserve his goals against. I think he had a shutout on one of them. I just here, you know what? I'm curious because it says max, so that means the Dallas Avalanche, Dallas Colorado game has to be. Yep, there it is. And I bet you I'm able to watch that game. So not I am in Vegas. We pay for Max. Max has the Golden Knights game, and it's blacked out in my area. So again, if you are a Vegas Golden Knights fan, you are not allowed to watch games in Vegas because the NHL Network blocks them out. Occasion like TNT probably has it, but they got rid of scripts on most of the cable and dish services. Like you got to pay $80 a year for nighttime plus, but when they were advertising it during the preseason, it wasn't working. It was a complete waste of time to even try and watch it on there. I just I was having this conversation earlier with my dad for NHL for a company that is trying to gain as much viewership as possible. They are making it harder and harder or more expensive in order to view hockey. Like it just I mean Four Nations was phenomenal. Like it's I say they better. It's but what am I going to do? You know, that's not the right way to put it, but if they don't have every single game on national television easy to watch for the playoffs, it'll be the stupidest thing in a while that the NHL has done. The only reason I'm watching this because the last time we were getting our asses kicked and there was about this much time left in the game, that was against LA, and the game ended up 6-5. So as much as I'm just over this, I gotta hang out. I gotta ride it out. Oh, and that is one good thing. So we will be a couple minutes late for Dallas, Colorado, but I forgot that they have to, since they're playing on TNT, they got to wait for the end of this game anyway. So shouldn't miss too much. All of a sudden, we're set up in the Detroit zone. And another errant pass. I don't think that stayed in. Oh, unveiled. It's like a document. I was like, why are they advertising the Four Nations right now? But it's like a documentary or something. All the shots coming from the point, hitting bodies out front. Just all game. That has been all game. Our forwards probably have a third of the shots that the defensemen do. It's like 7 minutes left. They decide they want to start showing some fight. Here comes Saad across the red line into the zone. Tosses it towards the net for an easy blocker save. Like, nah, let's not get set up. Let's not get guys in position. Let's not run plays. Just desperation. Good Lord, dude. They're wearing red jerseys. How are we not able to tell who our teammates are? Hurdle goes over the net. Oh, really? One of the Golden Knights' problems have been puck management? You don't say. Trangelo trying to head up the other way with Colasar. Lightly dumps it in instead of getting it deep. Red Wings able to get it all the way around and out of the zone. Like I said, I know we're going to have bad games. I know we're going to play bad. I know we're going to lose. The inconsistency and the lack of care is really what. And I'm, I'm running my mouth. I'm not calling anything out off of fact. I'm sure these guys care that they're losing. I'm sure they care that it's almost to the point of embarrassment, but it just doesn't look like it. It's going to be a 3-0 shutout, man. So disappointed. Like, hey, shout out. Like, shout out to MSU. Shout out to all the other Detroit fans because you guys showed up to play, man. And you guys looked very well. Now, if this is something you guys can keep up for the next, I mean, I don't know how many you guys have. I think we have 15 more games um, after this. If you guys can keep it up through those games, I, that wild card spot, I mean, little Cinderella story would be, might actually be a little bit of fun to watch. I got no hate for anybody in Detroit, man. I mean, it's been a clean game. Nothing that's atypical of hockey. So that would give a little bit of entertainment since the Knights are collapsing towards the end of the season. It'd be cool to see somebody come back from the depths. Holy shit, Samsonov. He did what he has to do, but he's overcommitting again. Petrangelo's hurt. Don't want him to be like bad, but if he has to sit out a game and we got to bring Ben Hutton in, I would be 1000% for that. It's what should have happened a while ago. It's like, dude, just scratch Theodore. Just give him a game or two. Because, like I said, he was playing very well, and then he went right back to his old hack self. Very disappointing. Oh, just waiting for the ice to get clean. There ain't shit to talk about right now. Like I said, just what a great start to it. Well, maybe not the best start, but the second game was fantastic. And I truly don't understand us playing so well for one game out of four. Because it was, I mean, I don't know. It's, ugh, getting sick of the feeling of just wanting the game to be over. Dorfeev bodied off the puck. All right, Petrangelo's back on the bench. White Cloud just whiffed on a keep in. Yeah, Detroit be smart. Just take your time. Kill the clock. Dump it deep. Short shifts. Dumping goes out of play. Shots are 27-17 with 2:24 to go in the third. Dude, even when we're alone, we can't control the puck. Yeah, why would we pull Sammy? Why give them a free goal? We're not going to score even with six. Very disappointing. Might as well start doing the wrap up now because nothing good is going to come of this. Minute and a half left. It looked like we wanted to start playing with about 8 minutes to go, and that lasted about a minute and a half. We had a couple of great opportunities, but when they didn't go in, it was like, oh, well, today's not our day. So, oh, well. Shot from Barbie. Good stop by Mrazek. And shout out to Mrazek. Shout out to Detroit's defense. MSU, by your explanation, with defense being an issue, they actually figured it out today. And again, we played so bad, we made you look good, but you played so well that you also Detroit just looks good. Not sure how they're going to play. I know you said consistency is another big issue. Know way too much about that, so definitely understand it. Again, a shameful road trip. We should have had 6 points on this trip, no problem, and we end up with 4. And damn, dude, come on. There's just so much to go over. We've been talking about it all game. Our mindset is trash. Our fundamentals are gone. Our defense is abandoning the net. We stopped playing multiple times. Like, oh, it's going to be an icing, so I should stop skating. Oh, it's an offside, so we don't need to get back on defense and help our goalie out. It just, all of it, man. Just all of it. Nothing good about this game. Columbus was a peek into what is possible, but we can't seem to play like that. So that's it. I mean, there's nothing to it except we look like garbage. We look like hot garbage. And Detroit just steamrolled us, just like Buffalo beat us, just like Pittsburgh beat us, just like the Kings steamrolled us. Can't show up halfway through the game and decide that we want to play. So, again, mentality first. Get back to the fundamentals, and with stick handling, with decision making, with positioning, and we got to get more physical, which Cassidy's talked about that, and then we end up with like 2 big hits a game, and then that's enough. We're not setting the tone, we're not setting the pace, and if you don't control either, then you're swimming in deep waters, and it's hard to get out of that. So that's it. We're done. Coming up for the Vegas games, we do not play until Thursday. Boston is coming to Vegas for a game Thursday at 7 p.m. So, of course, we will be here for that one. I do plan on having games Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, but I'm not sure what games we're going to watch yet. So, it's going to depend on, well, it's not really going to depend. It's just I'm going to take my time later tonight and kind of come up with what I like to do, or maybe even during intermission or the break between streams, we'll take a look at the games happening over the next couple of days between now and Thursday, and we'll get at least a game a day going. Hopefully, there's a couple of good ones. Hopefully, there's a couple more entertaining things, because I'm not a fan of watching Nashville and San Jose, but that's just me. We'll see though. Detroit players trying to see their position on lineup for next year. Wings long shot to get in this year's play. Yeah, Boston will get rolled over like a joint. Yeah, Boston just looks bad, especially the game I watched what did I watch? Tampa versus Boston. They looked like garbage. Physicality's gone. They waited till the third period to start playing. They started looking better, but yeah, I'm with you 100%. Detroit has so much to fight for, and this game is definitely lighting a spark under them. So I would expect nothing but good things from the Red Wings. And like I said, if they can make it into wild card position, they'll be fun to watch during the playoffs, because they look good today. Mrazek looked good today. Talbot's been doing well. It would be interesting to see a late season, jump into a spot and then see him do well in the playoffs. So very curious about how that's going to go. But Boston did have great fight on Bennett. Yeah. Oh yeah. That was like the fight with Schmitty. Who was it? Florida versus Domi for Toronto. And I love Nate Schmidt. He's one of my favorite hockey players, but man, he got his ass beat, and that was hard to watch. But hey, Humpty, I'm gonna take a break. I want to try and get back as early as I can for the Dallas and the Dallas Colorado game. So it's getting ready to start. They're waiting for Bennett fold like origami. You're 100% right, and I don't mind watching that. There's certain guys that I have a lot of respect for, but I don't mind them getting popped one here or there. But I do want to jump off. I'm more than happy to jump back into all this once the next stream starts. But I'm going to end this one. I'm going to prepare another one, and then we're going to come back. I'm going to be a few minutes late for this game because I need to get some stuff done. But I'll be back in like 10 minutes, 15 minutes tops, and we're going to dive into Dallas, Colorado. Cool. So, yeah, Humpty, I don't know exactly how to. I have to end it and set up a new stream. So this one is going to end, and just keep an eye out for the new one. But lot of appreciation for you. Like, I greatly appreciate you hanging out. So keep an eye out for the new one to start up, and we'll be back in like 10, 15 minutes. So see you soon.